A reading from the Acts, chapter 10. In Caesarea, there was a man called Cornelius, a centurion of the Italian cohort, as it was called. He was a devout man who feared God with all of his household. He gave alms generously to the people and prayed constantly to God. One afternoon, at about 3 o'clock, he had a vision in which he clearly saw an angel of God coming in and saying to him, "Cornelius." He stared at him in fear and said, "What is it, Lord?" He answered, "Your prayers and your alms have ascended as a memorial before God. Now send men to Joppa for a certain Simon, who is called Peter. He is lodging with Simon a tanner, whose house is by the seaside." When the angel who spoke to him had left, he called 2 slaves and a devout soldier from the ranks of those who served him. And after telling them everything, he sent them to Joppa. About noon the next day, as they were journeying and approaching the city, Peter went up on the roof to pray. He became hungry and wanted something to eat, and while it was being prepared, he fell into a trance. He saw the heavens opened, and something like a large sheet coming down, being lowered by its 4 corners. In it were all kinds of 4-footed creatures, and reptiles, and birds of the air. Then he heard a voice saying, "Get up, Peter, kill and eat." But Peter said, "By no means, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is profane or unclean." The voice said to him a second time, What God has made clean, you must not call profane." Then it happened a 3rd time, and the things suddenly were taken up to heaven. Now, while Peter was puzzled by his vision, suddenly men that had been sent by Cornelius appeared. They were asking for Simon's house and standing at the gate. They called out to ask whether Simon, who was called Peter, was staying there. While Peter was still thinking about his vision, the Spirit said to him, "Look, 3 men you are searching for you. Now get up, go down, and go with them without hesitation, for I have sent them." So Peter went down to the men and said, "I am the one you're looking for. What is the reason for your coming?" They answered, "Cornelius, a centurion, an upright and God-fearing man, who is well spoken by the whole Jewish nation, was directed by a holy angel to send for you to come to his house to hear what you have to say." So Peter invited them in and gave them lodging. The next day they got up with him and went. Some of the believers from Joppa accompanied him. The following day, they came to Caesarea. Cornelius was expecting them and had called together his relatives and close friends. On Peter's arrival, Cornelius met him and, falling at his feet, worshipped. But Peter made them get up. "Stand up, I am only a mortal." And as he talked to him, he went in and found that many had assembled. And he said to them, "You yourselves know that it is unlawful for a Jew to associate with or to visit a Gentile. But God has shown me that I should not call anyone profane or unclean. So when I was sent for, I came without objection. Now may I ask why you sent for me? Cornelius replied, 4 days ago, at this very hour, at 3 o'clock, I was praying in my house when suddenly a man in dazzling clothes stood before me. He said, Cornelius, your prayers have been heard, and your alms have been remembered in heaven. Send therefore to Joppa and ask for Simon, who is called Peter, and is staying in the home of Simon, a tanner by the sea. Therefore I sent for you immediately, and you have been kind enough to come. So now all of us here in the presence of God can listen to all the Lord has commanded you to say.